Imagine getting DNA results in just 90 minutes and finding out that a person already in custody is connected to other crimes.
It's part of new technology that could soon be coming to the city. Natasha Robin has the special report battling for New Orleans.
In 2016, a woman violently attacked while she jogged on the levee in Algiers.
And brutally raped.
DNA evidence collected, but there was no match in the system. Then 2 years later, another woman attacked, again in Algiers, and again, DNA collected. State police made the match. Both rapes committed by the same man, but it was unclear who that person was.
But no CODIS hit, no individual identified.
It wasn't until police arrested Navari Henderson in 2020 for allegedly beating his pregnant girlfriend so severely she was knocked unconscious. At booking, New Orleans police collected Henderson's DNA and sent it off to the state police crime lab.
And eventually entered into CODIS and hit to those two cases.
But it took months to get the results, and before investigators knew Henderson's DNA was linked to 2 previous rape cases, he'd already bonded out of jail and left Louisiana. U.S. Marshals had to pick Henderson up in Mississippi and extradite him back to New Orleans.
I'm getting the stats from NOPD, but they say it is frequent. It is frequent that they come back with a CODIS hit and they're like, oh my gosh, we had this guy and now he's gone.
New technology could soon be available in New Orleans that city leaders call a game changer.
I think that this would be such an essential tool.
It's called rapid DNA.
And they'll look at the actual evidence under a microscope.
And the Louisiana State Police became the first agency in the country to get approval from the FBI to oversee it. The rapid DNA testing happens just after an individual is arrested at the booking station.
So we can collect those upon arrest, put that into the instrument, and in 90 minutes, the DNA database of unsolved crimes can then be searched and a hit generated right there while we have the individual in custody.
So imagine having the capability of within 90 minutes knowing that you have a CODIS hit for, let's say, oh my gosh, this is a guy we were looking for the murder at whatever street. Oh my gosh, we have a CODIS hit. And now you can have NOPD alerted, NOPD can come, this offender could be questioned, and you already have him.
When he is brought into the facility,
the state police rolled out its pilot program to use the rapid DNA testing technology at the East Baton Rouge prison.
As we enter into the booking area, you can see the rapid hit ID.
What they're doing is when they book people, they're already required to swab them for DNA. But what they're doing, unlike any other jurisdiction in the state, is that at the sheriff's office, they are doing the DNA test to see if there's a CODIS hit.
The process is simple.
the deputy will be prompted to collect a DNA sample for submission to the state crime laboratory.
Once a DNA swab is collected,
that extra sample is then inserted into a specialized cartridge, and that cartridge is just placed into that instrument, and the process just happens.
And within 90 minutes now, we will get a hit confirmation whether the arrestee is going to hit to an unsolved crime or not.
No forensic DNA.
Former manager of the State Police DNA Lab, Joni Bricado, is now head of the medical laboratory science with LSU Health.
If a hit is obtained,
She says rapid DNA testing is netting results at the East Baton Rouge booking facility.
I think it really looks promising. Very early on starting the process, they got several hits pretty quickly. Some were within the state, but even some were to profiles from another state, right? And so it shows you the ability, right, to link crimes across the whole country.
The state police last year committed to selecting 4 booking agencies to provide the rapid DNA testing. East Baton Rouge was selected first, followed by Livingston Parish, Ascension Parish, and now State Police is considering New Orleans for the 4th spot.
So what we're trying to do is here in New Orleans is to be another location that is chosen by the state police to have this type of technology. It requires training, it requires us to buy equipment, but I think that this could be like a true game changer.
Benefits, right, of this, first of all, for our victims, right, to be able to have this type of hit in that, short amount of time and not have to wait, weeks, months for those hits to occur. It's critically important, right, to our victims, to our community.
Bricado points out getting DNA results while a suspect is already in custody means preventing future crimes and preventing law enforcement from putting their lives in danger to then search for the wanted suspect.
We have to just act now. Like, I can't wait around for somebody else to get chosen and wait for like another round of parishes to be, in the group. It's like I want it now.
With the short amount of training, it will put a very powerful tool in your jail.
That was Natasha Robin reporting. The state police grant would fund the rapid DNA testing in New Orleans at first.
But eventually New Orleans might have to fund the program itself.